So here's an interesting article, social media article from Social Media Today, that Instagram, LinkedIn, and Threads engagement declined in 2025. I thought that was very interesting, not surprising at the same time. I feel that Instagram, the demographics of Instagram, LinkedIn, and Threads are different. Instagram, to a certain extent, are very similar demographics to Threads because obviously Threads is owned by Meta and is integrated in with Instagram. But I thought it was interesting, and the article basically talked about how the engagement rate essentially, I mean, it decreased significantly. It decreased by almost 15% on Instagram. LinkedIn didn't decrease that much. The ones that were up were interesting. Pinterest was up from 2024 to 2025 engagement. TikTok was up slightly, and X, Twitter, was up actually significantly from one year to another year. So I just thought it was a very interesting article, just talking about engagement rates. I'll tell you, for us, for our clients, because we do professional social media management, and engagement, I think, is very important. It's an important variable to look at. But also, social media, the way we view it, it's not siloed. It's part of a larger strategy. So it's like, for us, social media supports your brand. It supports your content marketing efforts, your promotional efforts. It's like the communications vehicle for your brand and your company. And so that might mean that some videos, some posts, some stories, some reels get a little bit more engagement than others. But that doesn't mean the other ones that you're saying, even if the engagement isn't all that good, you're still getting your brand and your audience eyeballs on there. And it's just a good representation for your brand. So anyway, I just thought this was an interesting article. If those of you that are interested, check it out on Social Media Today. But Catherine, John, if you guys could just chime in on this.
Yeah.
Quickly.
For me, this goes to show you that a foundational mindset is best. If you had the foundational mindset, you'd be on every single one of the platforms mentioned in this article. And then engagement dipping in one, if engagement's increasing in the other, the net result is that your business is not entirely affected. You're just
100%.
adapting. That's it.
Yep. That was great. Yeah. John, any thoughts?
Yeah, I agree. You should typically be everywhere. I mean, I have to wonder, why, specifically Instagram, LinkedIn, and Threads are down. I think Threads, maybe just because it's basically copy and paste Twitter. People aren't as interested in it.
Right.
LinkedIn, I feel like LinkedIn, my issue with it right now is it feels like everything's AI written.
Well, I'll tell you, it's interesting. We're going to talk about LinkedIn a little bit later. Mm-hmm. So at the end today. Yeah. This is a good one on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I thought X going up is interesting because that means, you want to know why my theory is the controversy of Elon is subsided to a certain degree because, people tend to have short-term memory just in general. The media is not talking about anything negative about Elon. The whole Doge thing that happened a year ago, that's in the past. Right? Think about it, right? Like all the controversy of people not liking Tesla all of a sudden, that just stopped. So people might be like, oh, we'll just go back to X and just kind of check it out gingerly. Who knows? I mean, that's just a theory.
I have two things kind of to say about that. I think that I'd like to see the analytics on X because I feel like it is a lot of bot activity. So
it is. I know it is.
So but it definitely could be up because I feel like people see X as the place to go for news, and there's a lot of news right now. So maybe that's why.
Maybe. Good point. Yeah. All right. Moving on.